Good evening students. Today I am going to discuss about the human reproduction. In this chapter is belongs to the plus 2 chapter. Now I am going to start the human reproduction. So first we are going to learn about reproduction. What is reproduction? So, reproduction means the ability of organism which produce the new offsprings. Such ability of the organism we are called as a reproduction. Simply production of new offsprings. So, reproduction means production of new offsprings. See, all the organisms, they are not similar type of reproduction. So, based on the reproduction, the organisms, they give new offsprings in different ways. Majorly two ways. What are they? They are classified into majorly two types. Their first one is called oviparous. Oviparous animals. And second one is viviparous animals. So all animals, they are not producing the same kind of process which gives the new offsprings. So different animals, they are followed different ways. So some of the animals, they are called as a oviparous animals. Oviparous animal means egg laying animals. Egg laying animals. So that means the animals which lay eggs, such kind of animals are called oviparous animals. For example, birds and fishes. So these are the example for the oviparous animals. Now coming to the viviparous animals. So viviparous means the organisms which gives live offsprings. So they give live offsprings. So that means they give birth to their young ones. They give birth to their young ones. Such kind of animals are called viviparous. So today my topic is human reproduction. So what is the example of the viviparous means humans, cat, rat, like this. So many animals, they are following the live organisms. They are able to produce the live organisms. For example, human. So in this chapter, first we are going to discuss about the human reproduction. So human reproductive system consists of majorly two systems. Human, one is male reproductive system and second one is female reproductive system. Today I am going to discuss about the male reproductive system. See how the male reproductive system arranged in the humans. See, human male reproductive system. Today topic is human male reproductive system. See, the human male reproductive system It consists of majorly three parts. It consists of different, so many parts, but majorly classified into three parts. So, what are they? One is called a pair of testes. A pair of testes. And second one is called accessory ducts. Accessory ducts. And third one is accessory glands. Accessory glands. Remember? So the human male reproductive system, it consists of majorly three parts. What are they? A pair of testes, accessory ducts, and accessory glands. Now I will discuss one by one. First, a pair of testes. What is testis? So, testis is a primary sex organ in a human male. Remember. So, where the testes are located in human male reproductive system. That is important. See, if you take any one person male, see, this is the male human body. Commonly, inside of the body consists of cavity. Here, two cavities are present here. So, the upper body cavity is called chest cavity. This is called chest cavity. Below the chest cavity, one more cavity is present. This cavity is abdominal cavity. Abdominal cavity. Remember? So, the human body consists of majorly two cavities. The uppermost cavity is called chest cavity. Below the chest cavity is called abdominal cavity. So, where the testis is located means, remember, outside of the abdominal cavity, this region, it is not present in the inside of the abdominal cavity. In human male, the testes are present in the outside of the abdominal cavity. Outside of abdominal cavity. See why the testes are located in outside of the abdominal cavity? Because of sperm formation. So, the sperm formation requires particular temperature. See, the sperm formation, it requires nearly 2 to 3 degrees centigrade lower than the body temperature. Lower than body temperature. Remember, why the testes are located outside of the abdominal cavity means the sperm formation, it requires 2 to 3 degrees centigrade lower than the body temperature. So, for that reason, the male reproductive organ, it is located in outside of the abdominal cavity. Okay, how the testes are located in outside of the abdominal cavity? That is very, very important. See, now I will write here abdominal cavity. For suppose, see, this is the abdominal cavity. This portion Imagine this portion is called abdominal cavity. Abdominal cavity. So both sides of the abdominal cavity, this is one portion of the abdominal cavity, this is also one portion of the abdominal cavity. So the abdominal cavity consists of abdominal muscle, abdominal muscle. So this abdominal muscle is which type of muscle it is, means it is a skeletal muscle, remember. So in the abdominal cavity, here muscles are there. These two muscles, which type of muscles? Abdominal muscles. So the abdominal muscle is which type of muscle, means skeletal muscle. See, and lower side of the abdominal cavity, it consists of some gap here or one pore here, like this. Both sides of the abdominal cavity, they consist of some empty space here. See, from the abdominal cavity, one abdominal muscle, it comes under this opening, and it will continues as a pouch like arrangement, like this, and it continues as a pouch like arrangement. See, this gap we are called as a inguinal canal. Inguinal canal, remember. So some portion of the abdominal muscle, it goes through the inguinal canal, it continues as a one pouch like arrangement. This pouch like arrangement we are called as a, this is called scrotum. The scrotum consists of nearly 2 to 3 degrees centigrade temperature lower than the inside of the body temperature. Okay, then this abdominal muscle, which type of abdominal muscle it is, means it is a, see, outside of the abdominal muscle, it consists of it forms a bag like structure, that is called scrotum. So this is muscle, and outside of the abdominal muscle, this is scrotum, remember. So this black color I will draw here. So this arrangement is called what? Scrotum. So this is called scrotum. So scrotum is a pouch like arrangement, and inside of the pouch one muscle, it will comes from the abdominal cavity, and it will be continuous into the scrotum, like this. So this is called abdominal muscle. So what is the name of this abdominal muscle, means this is called cremaster muscle. Cremaster muscle. Remember, what is the name of this abdominal muscle? It is a cremaster muscle. Then again one more muscle is also, it continues with the, like this, it will be continuous like this. So this muscle, this is first abdominal muscle or cremaster muscle, it is continuous as a septum like this. Then one more muscle is also, it comes under the scrotum. This muscle, one more muscle like this, this is one more muscle, it also continues into like this. So these kind of muscle we are called as a smooth muscle. Remember. So this is called what? Smooth muscle. Smooth muscle. See here, the scrotum, it consists of majorly two types of muscles. What are they? One is cremaster muscle. Cremaster muscle is a skeletal muscle. Remember, which type of muscle it is? Skeletal muscle. Then the second muscle is also continuing this. What is the name of this second muscle? Is called smooth muscle. The muscle name is called dartus muscle. So the muscle name is called dartus muscle. Okay, inside of the dartus muscle, the scrotum, it consists of one egg-like arrangement or oval-shaped arrangement. So both sides. See, these are the two oval-shaped arrangement. So each oval-shaped arrangement we are called as a testis. This is called testis. This one also called testis. So inside of the scrotum consists of how many testes? A pair of testes are present. Then coming to the testis. So each testis, it consists of some important arrangements here. What are the arrangements? Means some lobules are present here. Each testis consists of like this arrangements. These arrangements are called testicular lobules. What is the name of these arrangements? Testicular lobules. Testicular lobules. Okay. So each testis consists of nearly around 250 compartments or testicular lobules. Testicular lobules or compartments. So each testis consists of how many compartments? Around 250 compartments. So each compartment or each testicular lobule, it consists of 1 to 3 a tube-like arrangement like this. So each testicular lobule, it consists of 1 to 3 tube-like arrangements. So these tube-like arrangements are called seminiferous tubule. Remember, very very important. The sperm formation occurs in the seminiferous tubules. So this is about seminiferous tubules. So how many seminiferous tubules present in each testis? 1 to 3. That means between 1 to 3. Some are having 1, 2 or 3 like that. So this is the arrangement of the testis which are present in outside of the abdominal cavity, which is lies in the scrotum. And also when we observe the innermost parts of the testicular lobule, we are going to cross section of the testicular lobule. That means transfer section of testicular lobule. When you cut the testicular lobule, then the arrangements which are located inside of the lobule, we have to find out. Okay, here Then size of the testis is very important. See, if you take one testis, the length of the testis is about 4 to 5 centimeters, remember, and the width of the testis is about 2 to 3 centimeters. Okay, so what is the size of testis? The length of the testis is about 4 to 5 centimeters and width of the testis is about 2 to 3 centimeters. Okay, now I am going to take one testicular lobule, and the transverse section of the testicular lobule, it consists of various arrangements. So what kind of arrangements present in the testicular lobule? Now I will draw the TS of lobule. See, now I will take one testis here. For suppose this is testis, and inside of the testis having already 250, around 250 compartments are present like this. Each compartment is called testicular lobule. See, this is called testis and this is called testicular lobule, and inside of the testicular lobule having a tube-like arrangements. These tube-like arrangements are called seminiferous tubules. Okay, now I am going to take a cross section of the testicular lobule. That means TS of lobule. TS of lobule. See, when we cut the one lobule, this is one lobule. When we cut the one lobule, the innermost parts, what kind of parts are present and what are their functions? Now I will discuss. See, for suppose this is the TS of lobule. See, this is one lobule. Testicular lobule. This is the TS transverse section of testicular lobule, and it consists of different types of cells. See here seminiferous tubule is there. So inside of the seminiferous tubule, for suppose each lobule consists of 1 to 3 seminiferous tubule. Now I will draw here only 2 seminiferous tubule. So these two are called seminiferous tubules. So next, each seminiferous tubule, it consists of some cells here like this. Like this, seminiferous tubule, each seminiferous tubule, it consists of some cells. See, these cells, the edges of the cells, they are tightly packed. See, the edges of the cells, they are arranged as a tightly packed. In between some gap is there. See, these kind of cells we are called as a Sertoli cells. Sertoli cells. Another name is called nurse cells. Okay, see, each cell, they are attached, the edges of the cells, they are attached as a tightly, and these kind of cells are called Sertoli cells or nurse cells. So in between the cells, so here some important arrangements are present here in between. See, this is one cell. In between gap here some cells are present here like this. These are called spermatogonia. Spermatogonium or gonium. So these arrangements are called spermatogonium. So the big cells which are arranged tightly packed, in between the space of the cell, it consists of some arrangement, that is called what? Spermatogonium. So then again here the outside of the lobule, see, this is called what? Lobule. Outside of the lobule some empty space is there. This whole space is called interstitial space. Interstitial space. So the interstitial space, it consists of some important cells are present here. Some important cells are present in the interstitial space. So what is the name of these cells? These cells are called Leydig cells. So these Leydig cells, they are participate in major role in the sperm formation. Remember, see, this is the testicular lobule. Inside of the testicular lobule consists of some big size cells which are attached, which are packed as tightly. In between the gaps some kind of arrangement is there. This arrangement is called spermatogonia, and these big size cells are called Sertoli cells or nurse cells. And outside of the lobule, in the interstitial space, consists of some specialized cells here. Those cells are called Leydig cells. So what is the role of Leydig cells means? The Leydig cells, they release the androgens. In especially males, which type of androgens are released from the Leydig cell means, the androgen name is testosterone. Remember. So which kind of androgens are released from the Leydig cells? So the androgen name in the male reproductive system is called testosterone. Okay. And also the Sertoli cells are also called as nurse cells. Okay, how the Leydig cells, they are able to release or secrete the androgen or testosterone. So which part in human male body helps to releasing the androgens? So this function is depends upon the human brain. Very important. Human brain. So who will give instruction to the Leydig cells to release the testosterone means brain. See, already you know very well the largest part of the brain like this. So what is the largest part of the brain? That is called cerebrum. So the largest part of the brain is called cerebrum. So this is called what? Cerebrum. So the cerebrum consists of one important gland is present here. This gland name is called hypothalamus. So here one gland is present. What is the name of this gland? Hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus, it start to releasing one hormone. When it start to releasing hormone means when the boy reaches into the puberty or adolescent. During the puberty age, the hypothalamus, it release one hormone here. See, which hormone it release means here one hormone is released here. That hormone name is called GnRH. What is the name of that hormone? GnRH. When it is released during the puberty age, when the boy reaches into 13 years or 12 years or 13 years age, during that period, the hypothalamus, they start to release the one hormone. What is the name of that hormone? GnRH. GnRH means gonadotrophin releasing hormone. What is the name of GnRH? Gonadotrophin releasing hormone. So where it release means this hormone is released by the hypothalamus, which is releases into the pituitary gland. Here in this region, a bilobed gland is present in the cerebrum. So this bilobed gland is called pituitary gland. This is called what? Pituitary gland. So the hypothalamus release the GnRH into the pituitary gland. So the pituitary gland, it consists of two lobes here. One is anterior pituitary lobe, second one posterior pituitary lobe. So once it receives the GnRH, the anterior pituitary lobe, it start to release two hormones. See, this anterior pituitary lobe, it start to release two hormones. What are the two hormones means? One is called LH and another one is called FSH. LH means luteinizing hormone, FSH means follicle stimulating hormone. So these two hormones, they are stimulates the some important cells which are present in the testicular lobule. See, what is their function? Here the LH hormone, it comes and pass into the, it will be pass into the inside of the testicular lobule. That means in the interstitial space, the LH hormone is released into the interstitial space, which is act on the Leydig cells. Which is act on the Leydig cells. Then the Leydig cells, they start to activate and they release some hormones here. What is the hormone? Testosterone. Okay, when the LH hormone, it releases into the interstitial space, which is act on the Leydig cells. The Leydig cells, it start to release the testosterone. Then some of the testosterone, so they are releasing the testosterone like this. So this testosterone is reaches into the inside of the lobule, which is present in the inside of the seminiferous tubule. So some other portion of the testosterone, it also releases into the blood vessels. See here, the blood vessels which are surrounded the lobule. For suppose this is called one blood vessel. So some part of the testosterone, it releases into the blood vessel. Blood vessel consists of blood. Then some amount of the blood, some amount of the testosterone is releases into blood here. Blood. So the blood carries the testosterone and supply to all parts of the male body. Then during this period, the male boy, that means the male body, it shows some characters. They are called secondary sexual characters. Remember. How the secondary sexual characters, mustache will starts grow, the boys grow some height, and the hair grows on under the armpits and also various pubic regions. So these are all changes, voice change, formation of Arden's apple. So these are all changes we are called as secondary sexual characters. How the secondary sexual characters will appear in boys? Because of release of testosterone from the Leydig cells, which is mixed with the blood. The blood carries the testosterone and supply to throughout the body. This testosterone is responsible for the secondary sexual character. That means secondary sexual male sexual characters. Secondary male sexual characters. Okay. Some other portion of the testosterone, it will be released into the seminiferous tubules, inside of the seminiferous tubules. And what will happen here means, here commonly if the testosterone enters into the seminiferous tubule, it is not stay for a long time. Again it come back into the interstitial space. So for the storage of the testosterone inside of the seminiferous tubule, one more hormone is helps. So what is the hormone means? See, FSH. The FSH hormone is released into the testicular lobule, which is enters into the seminiferous tubule, So when the FSH releases into the seminiferous tubule, here the cells, what is the cells? Sertoli cells. The Sertoli cells are activated by the FSH. Then these nerve cells or Sertoli cells, they release one hormone here. What is the hormone means? Androgen binding protein, androgen binding protein. So when the testosterone enters into the seminiferous tubule, which is act on the Sertoli cell, immediately the Sertoli cells, it start to release one protein that is called androgen binding protein. Immediately this androgen binding protein, it bind the testosterone without releasing into outside of the seminiferous tubule. So here the amount of the testosterone is stored with the help of the androgen binding protein. So like this, then after some changes will occurs here, the spermatogonia, it is able to develop into a finally sperm. Okay, what are the changes occurs in this testicular lobule and seminiferous tubule? And also here, what kind of arrangements present in the each testis? That is very important. See here. See, when we observe the testis, see, very important. For example, I will draw here one testis. See what kind of arrangements are present in the testis. So this is a testis. Already you know, each testis consists of 250 compartment, around 250 compartments. So this is called testis and this is called testicular lobule, and each testicular lobule consists of 1 to 3 seminiferous tubule. So for suppose this is seminiferous tubule. See here, each seminiferous tubule, it forms one tube like arrangement like this. So it forms into one tube like arrangement here like this. So these tube like arrangements are called tubular recti. Around 250 compartments, each compartment having 1 to 3 seminiferous tubule. Each seminiferous tubule, it forms one tube, and these tubes are called tubular recti. Then all tubular recti, they are joined to each other like this. Number of tubular recti, they are joined to each other and they forms as a network arrangement. Network like arrangement. Number of seminiferous tubules, they are joined to each other and they form as a network like structure. This network like structure is called rete testis. Rete testis. So from the rete testis, some of the tubes are comes from the rete testis like this. So these tubes like this, some of the each rete testis consists of, each tubes consist of forms one tube. So these tube like arrangements are called, these are called vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia. Okay, see here, each seminiferous tubule, it forms one tube. All tubes we are called as a tubular recti. Each tubular recti, they are joined to each other. They forms a network-like arrangement. This network-like arrangement is called rete testis. Each rete testis, it forms one tube. These all tubes together we are called vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia. Again, these vasa efferentia, they are joined to each other like this. All vasa efferentia, they are joined to each other and they forms a highly coiled structure. This highly coiled structure is called epididymis. So, the epididymis is the longest tube in human male reproductive system. Remember, longest tube. Which is the longest tube in human male reproductive system? Epididymis. Why? It is a highly coiled tube-like arrangement. So, what is the role of epididymis means? See, when the sperms which are released from the seminiferous tubule into the tubular recti, from tubular recti into the rete testis into the vasa efferentia, and vasa efferentia into the epididymis. So, in the epididymis, sperms are partially stored. Sperms are partially stored in the epididymis. Okay, from the epididymis, one more tube is present here. This tube is called vas deferens. Okay, so this is the arrangement of the tubes or ducts which are present in the male reproductive system. Okay, students, are you clear? In the next class, we are going to a complete human male reproductive system. So, how they are exactly arranged, how the sperms are travel through the testis into the different accessory ducts, and how the sperms are released from the male reproductive system. Okay, everything I will discuss in the next video. Okay, students, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel. My channel name is Biocent. Remember, channel name is Biocent. Okay, now I will meet you in next class. Okay, thank you.